Hello guys, welcome to this tier list video. Now I'll be making a list using the tier list that Weeb Warrior I think made. Yeah, Warrior Weeaboo made like a year ago. So I'll be filling it with my own opinions and as well as some factual power levels. So because we do know how strong some characters were, we can put others on the list depending on like in relation to them. So we know in fact that the gods are gods. So they are the most powerful characters in the whole of Star Wars. And we know for a fact how powerful some other characters are. Those being Anakin, Yoda. Where is Yoda? I can't seem to find him. But I think Luke in The Last Jedi comes up to level 9 because he's already pretty high before that. So let's. Here's Yoda, he's also level 9. And there's Darth Sidious. He's also a level 9, according to George Lucas, from what he said. So non-combatants are basically low tier 1 or lower. So they're very weak. So let's put in all non-experienced combatants on level 1. So even though Padme Amidala is pretty strong, she's not, in my opinion, she's just a normal human girl, not really trained for combat in such a level that a lot of other people are going to be in power level 2. So let's see. Where do we have... Okay, so Darth Vader. Because Darth Vader is not really a fixed place, because the moment when he's cut off killed by Obi-Wan Kenobi, he's like a level 7. And he was in Revenge of the Sith, he was on level 9. So, but in the later stages of his, after his accident on Mustafar, he gained some power. So we'll put him as how he was powerful as how powerful he should have been during the original trilogy. So he should have been a power 9. And let's put other power level 9, power level 8s there. Power level 9 is Obi-Wan, because George Lucas stated that he was as powerful as the Emperor during the original trilogy. The most powerful level 9 guy is now, of course, the Emperor. And now, let's see, this is during an Attack of the Clones, he was power level 7. Power level 2 are trained combatants, like people that on a good day can take down a well-trained Jedi. So he might not be able to take down a trained Jedi, but he is a pretty good fighter. So let's continue. Level 1, but still pretty good. This is a bounty hunter. Hondo is, even though he might not be like an expert in combat, he is still a pretty decent fighter. Let's put our favorite Mandalorians there. On level 3, we'll put from the non-force sensitives, people that can go toe to toe with Force sensitives. So let's see. Cad Bane, Boba Fett, Jango Fett. Where's Jango? I don't know who this guy is, but let's put him on this spot just to be it's safe to put him there because he's a Mandalorian, but I don't know if he's a good one. So we can say for sure that Qui-Gon Jinn was about level 7 when he got killed, and so was Darth Maul when he beat him. On level 6 we have Obi-Wan Kenobi during the Phantom Menace. Okay, this guy, Captain Phasma, level 2, Grogu level 1, he's not really a combat ready person. Okay, like this, let's see. This guy, he was pretty weak if I remember right. I'm gonna put him over here. Non-force sensitive tier goes to tier 2. And of course we have to put our level 8 guys. There should be several more if I remember right. Let's see. So where did we put where are we going to put all of those guys? Han Solo and Chewbacca level 1. They're not really trained enough to be on level 2 because honestly I don't think they can take down Jedi. These guys, they should be able to take down Jedi when there's a few of them. These guys, Knights of Ren, they should be power level 3 because they are, after all, Jedi. Not Jedi, but Force sensitive. But they're not really good at it. I mean, when you see all of their things that they have done, they didn't really do that much that's actually good. I mean, they're not really that trained. So let's go with other. He should be around power level 7 on the low end of things. We've got power level 8. About the bottom of the tier, we have Obi-Wan. He's not really that strong during that period of time, and he's not really that strong later even. Jocasta, no. She's a bit weak. I know that there is a new canon story, canon comic book, where she's a little bit cooler, but I haven't really seen it. So we have our friend here. He's or the favorite Dino Jedi. He's not really that strong, but he's good enough to be able to beat most of the people at the bottom tier. I mean, in 1v1s, he should be able to take down all of them. So what do we have else? On power level 4, we should put those all of the Inquisitors, the normal ones. They're not really that strong, but they're pretty decent. They have a lot of training as Jedi before turning to the dark side. Let's see, where should we put down yeah, let's put down here along with the Inquisitors, Kanan Jarrus. He is a pretty decent combatant. He's not really that great, but he can throw down, and he uh, got toyed by uh, Darth Vader when they fought, and pretty much on the same level as the Inquisitors. Uh, in Episode 5, when Luke fought against Vader could have beaten him anytime, so he was about the same level as Kanan was during their fights. And later, of course he was pretty close to be fighting back against him, and he even beat Vader, even though Vader was more powerful in episode 6, but that was because he turned to his anger when Vader threatened Leia. Oh yeah, I totally forgot Lando. He's not really a good combatant, but it's Lando. So this is let's see. We have this guy. He's pretty low tier. I think he's little bit stronger than Jocassin, than Coleman Trebor. Actually, why did I put this guy so high? He's pretty weak. Yeah. Okay. So we have Cat Bane there. So we have let's see where we are gonna put our friendly Padawan. She was around here. He's in tier 2 when she started off her journey, but later on she gets far more powerful. I would put her so because in season episodes in the last season we see her beat, actually she more or less beat Maul, and we know that he was about the maximum of his close to the maximum of his power. We can put her at 1 tier lower than him, so here we can put her here, and this one we can put it or either on 5 or 6 maybe. Yeah, I think 5 is pretty good for it. Now that we are done with her, we can see what we're gonna do with the other Jedi. This guy, he's pretty alright, but nothing too great. He had a pretty good last stand. Snoke, I think he was he would be on level 8 because he was only a clone of the Emperor. He wasn't the real deal. Where did I put the Grand Inquisitor? Did I even put him anywhere? So, Grand Inquisitor was a pretty good chat guy. Really had a lot of skill. Let's put her here. She had a lot of bravery, jumping at Vader, leaping at him. It didn't really go that well for her. Barriss Offee. I should put her in the same tier. She wasn't really that dangerous, but maybe she would be better off here because her fight against against Anakin, where she held off, but he didn't really try to kill her. But if he tried, he could have done it easily because he was just so much more powerful. So Grand Inquisitor, he is stronger than Kanan, of course, so he's gonna be in a tier higher than him. I'm gonna put Kylo Ren because maybe someone is gonna be against it, but Kylo Ren in the first movie, in the seventh episode, was pretty weak. And in one comparison, in the material that came out around the time with the movie, it pit Luke Skywalker in episode 5 against him, and it said that he would beat him but not go unscathed. So he would either be parallel 4 or maybe parallel 5. So I'm gonna put him on level 5. Then let's go and see who we missed. She's gonna be in the same tier as they. Now let's see who else did we miss. We are gonna put our boy on. We already put Obi-Wan. There's 2 of them. Let's put her around here. Master Luminaya. This guy, I don't really know how to scale him, but he should be around here. Around Inquisitor level. He's not really strong, but... So in next movies... Is this from level from episode 6? From episode 9? I think it is. It should be. And he should be about power level 7. Because he had trouble with those guys. So let's see where we are gonna put our favorite Rey. Rey, power level 6 for her in episode 9. She's not really, compared to these guys, she shouldn't be able to beat them in combat. And she was weaker than our favorite Kylo. So what do we go? We've got this guy. Let's put him. He's a Padawan. He fought against and got killed by Grievous, so he's pretty weak. Bo-Katan. She's about here. So who else do we have? Momin. And Momin, let's put him level 7. He's only a vestige of himself, so that shouldn't be that bad. And that's about the power level of Kit Fisto. He would have been able to beat our friendly neighborhood Cyborg, and he was a Jedi Master on par with the other ones. Shakti should be also in the same tier. She was a pretty skilled duelist. And where's our Conehead? Conehead is about the same level. He was the second best Makashi practitioner of his era. So I don't think he should be that much below Count Dooku and the others. So who did we forgot to place? We forgot to place this guy. He was... I'd put him here, not much stronger, because he only had brute strength with him, and he wasn't really skilled, and he was pumped on dark side juices. I would put episode 8 Rey about here. She didn't really get any training done, but She like found herself. Her in episode 2 I put on this tier because she has force hacks, but she's not really that strong. These I think these are Jedi Padawans. They are pretty weak, a bit on the weak side, but they're still Jedi. They have their force. Mother Talzin, she was stronger than Count Dooku and Obi-Wan. She had for her magics, which are pretty strong. This guy, I put him either on level 7. Yes, I put him on level 7 because he was a bit stronger than Vader after Vader was, how do I say, cut off from the Force a little bit by Obi-Wan. And he only beat him using his Jedi training against him. So this guy, I'd say he was stronger than any of these characters in in the game he's introduced in. So I'm forgetting. This guy. He should be around that level because same with this guy. About the characters in that movie are all about that mid power level, except Vader that just comes in, bodies everyone. Yeah, Vader is a beast. So we are forgetting our favorite Twi'lek. She was also a master, Jedi master, and relatively well skilled, but I don't really remember a lot of her feats, so I'm just gonna put her under those like people whose feats I really know a lot about. Our favorite Keldor, he's about the same power level as the rest of the masters. I won't really put him beneath them, but he's beneath the really top tier guys. Okay, some of these I don't really need to classify. Oh, this guy, he's about power level 5. I won't really put him, maybe power level 6. This guy also, he's about a 6. Those really trained people that had decades of training all like group up at level 7 and 6, maybe about 5, 6, and 7. So like those people that are on the lower tiers are like in their waning years or aren't really combat efficient. And her Kylo, not Kylo, or Star Wars The Old Republic going up out of me. Asajj Ventress. She's pretty good, but she can't really stand up against the other better guys. So I think I've gotten all of the important characters. So yeah, I'm gonna need these two. So Disney wants you to think that Rey is really in this tier when she is amped by all of the Jedi. But I'd put her like at this tier about. She didn't really do that much. She just crossed 2 lightsabers and reflected lightning. And Emperor, when he came back, he would be about the same power level. He would actually be lower. He was weaker, but when he life drained Kylo Ren and Rey, he got his powers back more or less, and they killed him by reflecting his lightning. I mean, when you think about it, in the third episode of each trilogy, he gets his lightning reflected on him, and then dies. Actually, he didn't die in the first one, but he was really close to being killed. Well, this would be finalize the power tier list as how I see it. If you have any objections, if you disagree, be sure to leave that in the comments. If you want to scale the guys from below that I missed, that I didn't list, you should put that in as well. So, see ya.